In this quick start video, I'm going to show you how to configure DNS failover in about 3 minutes. I'm going to log into the Cloud Management portal here, and I'm going to click on Cloud DNS and then Domains, and I'm going to expand this domain here. Now I'm going to expand the A records. And what I want to do is I want to change this www record. So instead of being hard-coded to this IP address here, I want to build a failover pool so we can automate failing over from the primary web server to the backup web server in case this one goes down. So in order to do that, click on the Failover Pools tab, and let's go ahead and create a new failover pool here. I'm going to call this Web Server Farm. And I'm going to change the method to sequential. If you leave it at round robin, it'll publish all of the IPs out there, and that might work if all of your servers can handle the traffic at the same time. For the monitor, I'm going to choose the ping test. I'm going to enable alerts to the IT staff list that I created a while ago, and I'm going to leave the failover after at 2 nodes. I'm going to click submit, and now that our failover pool has been created, I'm going to expand it. I'm going to add the first IP in there. So we're going to call it primary server and give it the test IP address. I'm going to leave it active, of course, and the auto rejoin, I'm going to enable that. That means if the server goes down, but it comes back online, auto rejoin will put it back into DNS so it will start receiving traffic again. I'm going to have monitoring enabled with the ping test, alerts. I want to receive alerts if it goes up and down. And I'm going to click submit to save it. You'll see that it's added into the pool here, and the monitoring is starting. So it's going to check the server. It's going to ping it from 3 different locations to see if it's up. Based on my failover after setting, 2 of those 3 locations must agree that the server is pinging and ready to receive traffic. While it's doing that, I'm going to add another entry here. I'm going to call it backup server. I'm going to give it another test IP address. And I also want it to have auto rejoin. Same ping test, same alert list for up and down. And I'm going to click submit for that. And it also is pinging now as well. So ideally what I'll do is I'll click reload here and wait till these servers come online. And it doesn't take very long. If I go to my monitors and I look at my ping test, you'll see that it's set to check every 5 minutes. And it must have 1 successful check in order to bring it online, but it must have 3 failed checks in order to take it down. So that means it would take 15 minutes to take it down. I can drop this monitoring interval to 1 minute, and I could probably drop this retries down to 1 minute as well. That means if it fails a ping test twice, it'll fail over to the other server. So let's update that. Let's go back to the failover pools and reload just to see if they're starting to come online, and they are. The very first server that I put in, it has been brought online because it successfully pings from all 3 test locations. And I know this one will too as well within another minute or so. So what I'm going to do now is go back to my Domains tab, and I'm going to edit that www record. And instead of having this hard-coded IP, I'm going to choose the failover pool that I just created called Web Server Farm, and click submit. And you'll see what it does is it deletes the IP address out of the IP address box here, and it lists the failover pool that it's using here. It says it's updating our DNS name servers around the world. If I click reload, all those updates have taken place. And now if I go back to the failover pools tab, and let me just click reload to see if that second server has come online, and it sure has. You can see right here on the in use column it says yes. So right now, if I were to ping that domain name, and I really can't because it's a test one, but if I pinged www.example53.com, it would be giving out the 8888 IP address. And that's all there's to it. Join us for another video on configuring DNS settings.